Logan Paul's bad karma is finally here.
So it has been 3 years since Logan Paul and KSI launched their hydration beverage Prime.
It's not actually a hydration beverage because the potassium to sodium ratio is completely off. 700 milligrams of potassium to 10 mgs of sodium. Meanwhile, sodium is the primary electrolyte lost during sweat. Do your research! God! This is coconut water with clever branding for children.
And despite their lightning in a bottle start, the last 2 years have been filled with controversy after controversy. From alleged forever chemicals in their products, to countless lawsuits, beef with the most famous soccer player on the planet.
I will say, Messi kinda copied them. I'm not saying he can't, but it's pretty obvious. It's because the tech, once you reach a certain level of wealth, is to come out with your own beverage company.
And currently an extreme downfall of Prime sales all over the world. Now the future of the once extremely overhyped drink is in question, and what was once viewed as the next billion-dollar company to be acquired by the likes of Coca-Cola or Pepsi has now diminished to the clearance rack at your local Walmart. So what exactly went wrong with Prime, and will they ever be able to climb their way out of the hellish inferno they've...
I'll tell you where they went wrong with Prime. 1, the formulation. That much is obvious. Number 2, if you're going to have celebrities be the face of your products, then the celebrities must be bulletproof in terms of their staying power. I don't think it's an actual good technique to use celebrities and popular faces as your brand image. You need to create a product that exists outside of parasocial recognition. How do you do that? Well, you have to make a good product. Because the heavy lifting that is being done for selling Prime is the fact that it's associated with Logan Paul and KSI and any collaboration that they do.
Ventured in the last 365 days. Let's take a deeper look. So when Prime first came out, its hype train was driven directly by Logan Paul and KSI.
Oh, bro, when you drink it, you're gonna come, bro.
All these children can't drink anything except flavored bicarbonated syrup juice. Just drink water.
Whoa! That's how good it is, bro. Instant ejaculation.
And it has been made clear in the years following that this brand is everything to them, especially Logan Paul, who has stated on multiple occasions that his overall goal in life is to become a billionaire.
When do you guys just say fuck it and just...
The honest answer? When we both hit that B.
I'm out this bitch when I hit that B.
I'm out.
And you're gonna see it unhinged, unfiltered.
Yo, I can't wait, Jake.
And in his head...
That's false advertisement. I never actually busted drinking a Prime. Can I sue them for that? You're a slave to these monetary goals. You want to be a billionaire, but for what reason, bucko?
Logan saw Prime as the fastest way to get there. Basically, the plan was to build Prime up as a worthy competitor to the likes of Gatorade, Powerade.
Gatorade actually has a pretty good sports performance formulation. Some people knock on it for having too much sugar, but hey, if you're actually an athlete, you need those carbs, those fast, simple sugars. It's got way more sodium than Prime, and it actually tastes delicious.
And Body Armor, hoping to achieve enough market share in the category to get acquired by one of the big boys.
Inshallah, things go the right way. We're headed one direction, and that direction is to become the legacy brand that will be taking a massive chunk of the market.
Which would obviously leave both Logan and KSI, who are said to...
And they also did too much too fast. You see this a lot with slop products. Are you a hydration company or an energy drink company? There's a reason why the White Monster is king, because they know their place. Stick to one thing instead of branching out, trying to siphon all these different consumers when you can't even get the core audience down.
Large shares in this company, with hundreds of millions to billions of dollars in their exit from Prime.
Dude, when you try to disrupt well-established industries that have big heads already at the table, they don't want you to sit at that table. Because that means you're taking money out of their pocket.
Fun fact, if you know anything about the fitness industry, Christian Guzman, owner of Alphalete and Alphaland, absolute legend in the space in terms of influence. The reason why his energy drink company, which was inspired by White Monster because he would drink it every day, had legal problems is because he had the same team as Logan Paul and KSI, before they jump ship to be with them because they're the bigger influencers. And he alleges basically the prototype for his drink was stolen to then make Prime and their newer products. It's an interesting rabbit hole. There's a video on Christian Guzman's channel that he addresses. But essentially you have two people, owners of Congo Brands. I made a video on this. Trey, and I forget the other guy's name. I could find it real quick. Max Clemens and Trey Steiger have a monopoly on influencer beverage products.
For that to happen, Logan, who is rumored to own 20% of the company, would need a $5 billion acquisition to occur. We all know that Logan will stop at nothing to promote this product, being seen absolutely everywhere with it, and even using the hype of his wife's pregnancy to indirectly promote it alongside.
Like, Lunchly is not a novel product. It's not good enough to exist on its own. They are relying on influencers, i.e. Mr. Beast and Logan Paul, to essentially steal the existing audience of Lunchables. Nobody's looking for a Lunchable or grabbing it as the epitome of health. It's a nostalgia snack pumped with every chemical and seed oil known to mankind. Because that's what it is. It exists as that, and it's beautiful. If I wanted to eat something healthy, I wouldn't be grabbing a Lunchly. Avinash Kumar with 100. Hey Phil, been watching your stream since months while doing my cardio. Lost 12 pounds in 4 months, feeling good. Love from India. That's a huge W. I always appreciate the comments where you're talking about some form of productive progress towards actualization. So that's huge. Thank you, bro. 100 natties over on Kick. For those of you who don't know, we're multi-streaming on Kick and YouTube, kick.com/Philion. We got over triple digits viewing on a platform. I mean, that is brand new to us, which goes to show you how poppin' it is over there.
His at the time new product Lunchly, which also coincidentally features a Prime beverage.
And of course, we have our snacks and our energy drink, none other than the greatest meals in the world. Lunchly, of course, we have the turkey, cheese, and crackers.
I wonder if the Lunchly exists as a way to sell more Prime. Well, that's exactly what it is. It's a convenient way to get rid of dead stock and product and move more units.
Stack. Also the Fiesta Nachos, my personal favorite.
Love.
Are we partnered yet? I'll show you where we're at. So this is the back end of Kick. We're already a creator. Did that in the first day. There's 2 more steps. Path to verification. We hit every single threshold except for the concurrent viewers. Now, we're chilling at triple digits right now. But the way that these analytics work is that it averages the streams as a total over an extended period of time. So the needle is getting closer to the 50. It just needs to overwrite the past streams that are bringing down the cumulative total. And then once we get that up to 75, which once again we're already over, and a couple more natty subs, which we can do real quick, we will get verified, number 1. And number 2, we can become a partner, which then allows us to get paid based off of viewers per stream, which is essentially AdSense on Kick, as well as a 95-5 creator split. So it's insane. The potential is massive.
But honestly, it seems like no amount of promotion or collaboration in the current day is going to save Prime at this point. Like if the company were a rocket, it would be nosediving straight into the ground on a free fall. Like I'm saying, Prime is going backwards faster than Megamind's hairline.
Phil, do you admire Logan Paul as an influencer in the space? See, I have the wherewithal to recognize that he was quite transformational on social media. Do I agree with everything he's ever done? No shot. Do I like how he moves and operates? I don't know the guy personally, but based off of his track record, it seems as if there's something that doesn't align with my personal belief system and worldview, whether that's more dark triad maxing or, you know, certain choices in his content and business moves, as well as ongoing legal battles with people. It's not how I move. It's not how I operate.
Going in. Megamind. All right. Your forehead grew larger. Bro, are these forehead jokes just going to be me for the rest of my life?
Now, to truly understand the fall of Prime, you have to understand the decline in its popularity across the pond over in the UK, where the sports drink has reported.
This is a random side note, but I do want to address it. Thoughts on Nick Barr and Ian Fonz? Have you heard of them? Are they juiced up? They are hybrid athletes who lift and do hella cardio. Marathons, Ironman, etc. while jacked. Of course they're juiced up, okay? Those two things are antithetical to each other. The idea of a hybrid athlete in reality is being a slow runner and a mediocre lifter. And these people are running 2-hour marathons, cranking weight, getting PRs. Of course they're juicy. It is marketing 101. Go one more, take my supplements.
They lost 90% of their profit year over year, going from £3 million to a measly £300,000. Now, I will note that this number can be really deceptive when gauging a company and its overall health, because obviously expenses can vary from year to year. But the revenue, on the other hand, is where Prime should be absolutely horrified. We already knew that last year the sales in America were down by over 50% in the first half of 2024, but now it has been—
Chat, while all these other companies are lowering their prices and offering discounts, we're going to raise ours, become more exclusive.
revealed that their revenue in the UK is down 70% from 2023 to 2024. To be exact, they're down from £112.2 million to £32.8 million. This actually makes it one of the steepest falling, fast-moving consumer goods in the entire food and beverage industry. Now, to save face, representatives from Prime claim that this was a natural occurring phenomena and that this was expected after the initial hype bubble, but there's actually a lawsuit going on right now that makes me think that they previously thought differently than that. But obviously, from the outside looking in, this does not bode over well for potential investors or other competitors who were potentially interested in purchasing the company.
Today, I'd like to pitch you Prime Hydration.
Okay.
Prime Hydration was developed to...
Because when their threat of eating into your business starts going away, why would they want to catch that fallen knife when they can simply continue on with their already existing brands?
What's everyone's favorite Gatorade flavor? We all know yellow is reserved for when you're sick. That's medicine.
In their portfolios, while Prime kills themselves quarter by quarter.
Like, why can't this be the next Gatorade? Like literally, Gatorade is so fucking archaic, and
It's not, though, because it has a better formulation and it has lasting power. It's been a brand that's been around forever. Why would you ever go after Gatorade?
thesis was to create a better for you hydration beverage. We did it. We were right. People bought it. They like it. They agree with us. Like there's no reason you should be drinking 150 plus calorie drink with 27 grams of sugar in it if you want to hydrate. That's insane.
Ooh, smells a bit high. What is that flavour you got there?
Tropical punch, it says.
Oh, Jesus.
Loosely. You've just
See, Gatorade knows what they're doing, unlike Prime.
come from the Maldives. How tropical
it's
is
like
that?
swallowing perfume. What is that?
When you compare their rise and eventual decline to a drink like Body Armor, which was purchased by Coca-Cola, you can really see why Prime is not attractive to these.
You see, all these other drinks are just trying to dethrone Gatorade, but it's impossible. I've tried Body Armor. I've tried these other off-brand electrolyte hydration formulas. None of them come close.
Companies in its current state. Body Armor spent 7 years growing more and more every single year before Coca-Cola purchased 15% of their company in 2018. Basically, when this happens, the acquiring company has looked through the numbers and they
Look up Prime Logistics and tell me they didn't steal that logo. All right. I just think Prime is an unoriginal name. Isn't that just Helvetica? I think Prime uses Impact. Similar to Impact. Knockout number 69 full lightweight font in their logo.
agreed to pour gasoline on their fire through their experience, industry connections, and of course access to proprietary resources. Especially in this industry, the bottling manufacturer they own that gives Coke brands an insane competitive advantage.
Well, this is a big opportunity for Body Armor because they're now going to be within the Coca-Cola bottling system. It's a 1-2 punch from Coke.
After this partnership, they really lit the world on fire with 180% overall growth in their sales from 2018 to 2019. And by 2021,
What is Body Armor's sodium content? Let's see. They also do this thing where Body Armor is coconut water, which is Prime's main liquid as well, because it's high in potassium. I guess it depends on which Body Armor you have, but the sodium seems quite low as well. Body Armor sports drinks are generally low in sodium compared to traditional sports drinks like Gatorade. 30 milligrams of sodium per serving. So it's really deceptive marketing to say 790 milligrams of electrolytes when it's mainly just potassium coming from the coconut water. But it's preying on people's lack of knowledge of nutrition and how these things are actually used in the body. But it's pretty goddamn simple. You need sodium and potassium for proper muscle function. When you sweat, you lose more sodium than potassium. That's why sweat is salty.
That number had doubled yet again, and that is when Coca-Cola...
So, why would you have more potassium than sodium?
Purchased the remaining 85% of the company for the full buyout, meaning almost every year since their inception, Body Armor grew by at least 50%, and in some cases over 150% before they were completely acquired.
You know, to buy a minority interest, put them in the put it in the bottling system, kind of like a test to see.
Now, do you need salt all the time? Me personally, yeah. I'm a salty sweater. Love it. Need it. I feel locked in. Maybe that's because I have just naturally low blood pressure. I don't know. I like staying salty. I also pair that with a lot of hydration and drinking water. However, if you're a child who's not actively sweating and pushing your body to the limits, odds are you just want something that's sweet and tastes good. So you pump it with sugar alcohols and you limit the amount of salt, and you come up with something like Prime.
What we can do with these bottlers, and the rest is history. Since we've been in the system, we've gone from 200 million to 450 million to 700 million, and this year will be 1.1 billion in revenue. And the Coca-Cola bottlers have done an amazing, amazing job.
Salt is good when you are hydrated. They give you like IV containing 9 grams of salt. Is that how much they give you? I know the IV fluid contains electrolytes, or saline. Is that how much they give you? 9 grams? For dehydration?
Getting this brand to the next level.
And obviously, when you are scaling up with more and more product being sold, you start getting things done at cheaper prices per unit because you are purchasing massive quantities from your manufacturers. And this is where Prime is really screwed, and some of you may remember they are even facing a $67 million lawsuit from Refresco Bottling Company because they allegedly backed out of a deal due to what I saw.
Holy buckets! I mean, this is for chronic dehydration. 3.5 grams of sodium per liter. That is 350 times the amount of Prime, by the way.
As fears that they would not be able to fill the quotas of this manufacturing contract, meaning Prime no longer felt that they
900 milligrams per 100, it says online. Yeah, it checks out.
Could sell enough product to justify the agreed upon number that would be manufactured when sales were still high. And in that case, they would owe the manufacturer tons of money for these unfulfilled orders they allegedly agreed to. You know, it's like Prime wanted to grow to appear attractive to the investors.
I will admit that the monotone bottles and the color palette is decent. It reeks of corporate minimalism, like the Chipotleification of art and society, versus the Chad Gatorade that has history. It's got an actual emblem, a logo, the lightning bolt.
And to try and eat up this market share, and they thought
I mean, you're not beating this, dude. Look at that. There's love, there's passion. Look at it through the years. I wish they would go back to this. Give me a can of Gatorade. Glass bottle. Get these BPA microplastics out of my ball sack, please.
Hype would not only continue, but get larger, and it really bit them in the ass.
Keep it, bro. It's as if it's like, was it Supreme? People want
That's what it feels like. It feels like a hypebeast product.
Bro, people don't want to throw it in the bin.
And if we're to scale out even farther, where Prime really screwed up is having a lack of direction for their brand, and never making it stand alone from these two clowns. Obviously, off the bat, it was driven by the pair, and the marketing that this was a limited supply product that everyone needed to try, even creating some sort of underground black market in the UK for kids.
Local families we talked to said the craze...
That is true. That did happen in the UK. Oi, mate. Fancy a Prime?
Sparked a secondhand market in some schools, with students reselling single bottles for a profit.
Maybe young children might feel like, because it's colourful, you know, it's bright, they might think, oh yeah, that looks so cool.
I just think it's because famous people are like
Yeah, the influencers.
Yeah, like influencing it, and like everyone believes them.
But
I just realized I didn't eat anything today. I had a banana, oatmeal, and chocolate milk. It's 3 p.m. I literally just skipped lunch. I need to order some limo food. Holy buckets.
At this point, they have oversaturated the market with countless products and flavors, and pretty much everyone who wanted to try the drink has already done so. It has also been noted recently
Should I get some Lunchly and Prime?
that people who do buy Prime on a regular basis are buying less of it on average than before, meaning even their established returning customers are getting fatigued or aging out of their product. I mean, honestly, guys, when have you ever seen an adult drinking Prime since it came out? Like, the only time I see the drink in general is in massive quantities piled up on some sort of clearance section in my local grocery store, which obviously kills the consumer's perception of the brands. It is the simple psychology of supply and demand. Like, if you're seeing them all out there, like, oh, no one's buying that shit. They really just failed to make it clear whether this drink was for an athlete at a game or a child at their school lunch.
It was for children at their school lunch. It's not for actual athletes because the formulation sucks.
As something healthier an adult can drink.
So let's get to the formula again and kind of round this out. So we have, again, the basis of the whole thing is essentially that this...
Like, what are you even doing, dude?
This is not an actual electrolyte formula, rather it is a potassium drink with sucralose. That is what it is. Like that's
This is the stick pack, by the way. The actual bottles contain even less sodium.
Purpose of Prime. It is.
Second of all, okay, I already covered this in my Prime video, but glucose, aka sugar, enhances the absorption in the blood barrier in your gut. Meaning, if you want the fastest hydration, you're gonna want salt, sugar, and potassium. Total sugars, 2 grams, not good for hydration.
Something that you can drink on a daily basis as a enjoyable drink. That is what it is. It's not a actual performance-based, athlete-focused electrolyte blend. It is something that you could sip on in class, walking around, whatever, that is nearly void of calories that taste good.
The entire company thought that they could build themselves up on celebrity endorsement and shady marketing, while like I said, never really making an effort to try and make this product stand alone from these two clowns. And to me, a good company never needs to put down a competitor to prop themselves up. But that is all that Logan Paul and even Mr. Beast, who has tried his hand in similar...
That's all they do. They're trying to mog established brands. And it comes off as desperate and cringe.
Food and beverage markets want to do.
Alright, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
Bro, I'm sorry, that's trash. All right, now we're trying Lunchly. Come on. We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.
The hydration beverages that are on the market right now are like either A, not good for you, B, taste like shit, or C, are archaic as fuck. Gatorade's been around for 15 years as 120.
Why wouldn't they just not change the formula then? I don't know. I don't know if anyone has ever brought up this Marvel idea to Logan Paul himself. You could probably show him the science and he might just not agree. Maybe it's because they know that their target demographic doesn't care about if it's a sports performance or a hydration beverage.
Calories, it's so high in sugar, it's fucking
It's definitely uninspired to say the least, and sugar is great for you. But these people are fear-mongering about simple realities when it comes to nutrition.
Garbage.
Yeah, man.
Why has no one effectively made a drink that is actually better for you and is affordable and tastes good?
That's the worst thing I've seen today.
What? What? Wow.
You see, you don't have to put down others to make yourself feel better. You're in the belly of the beast now, bucko.
Yo, the UK shows up. Holy shit.
Like compared to, you know, all our competitors, we're just destroying them.
What's wrong with Gatorade? Nothing. They just need an enemy so that they can justify why they're getting beat in the marketplace. Because they're the new, disruptive, healthy hydration beverage.
In the wackiest shit. Though.
Yeah, like
we got in Prime mascot costumes and shadow box.
Bro, you know, when you ever gonna see what Gatorade do that or Powerade or these other competitors?
To me, it's just a very...
Because they don't have to.
very tacky way to market and attempt to make your product look superior. And to make matters even worse, over the years, various health professionals picked apart their claims of being the superior, healthier sports beverage.
If a parent came into my doctor's office, I would not recommend that their child drink this for lunch.
Prime, oh my god, I'm about to get so much hydration. No, this is garbage. I'm gonna tell you exactly why Prime doesn't rehydrate you. It is not optimal for hydration.
Liquid IV with 11 grams of sugar compared to Prime's 2 grams.
Liquid IV's delicious and actually works.
Liquid IV has 870 milligrams of electrolytes.
Combining electrolytes is misleading. They have 500 milligrams of sodium in their sachets.
And the Prime stick has 871 milligrams of electrolytes. And
Now it's intentional. Look, we're this much better by 1 milligram. This is not the same stratification of electrolytes. So when he lumps them together as if it is an electrolyte is an electrolyte, it's like, do you know the composition of sweat that even comes out of your fucking face when you're exercising, bro? I don't think so. I think you think that this is all the same. And for you to go at Liquid IV, ready to like chop their head off when you don't even know what the difference is and why it would be useful to maybe have some sodium in there, is actually kind of laughable, to be honest.
Can I start a class action lawsuit? How do I make millions of dollars appear in my bank account? Because this is blatant.
At the end of the day, I really do think that Prime just bit off more than they can chew. They obviously cut a lot of corners, expanded way too far, and really lack the experience to make their ascension a smooth rise. Now things are looking more bleak for this company than ever. They're obviously still facing a couple of massive lawsuits, and it's my estimate that the long-awaited buyout is never coming for this company. But either way, I want to know what you guys think down below. Have you ever tried Prime? Are you a frequent consumer of their products? Do you know anyone who's still on that Prime kick who's older than the age of like 12? Y'all let me know down below. Either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other failing YouTube products out here need to be covered, so I'm out. Peace.
What do we think? Prime, true and real or fake and gay?